Yo, what up, everyone? Today is, of course, Thursday, so as usual, some Chronicles drops their big updates on Thursday, but this week there aren't that many changes, other than a new sort of collection challenge starting, as well as several events that happened. So yeah, quickly gonna go over them, as I know there are a few questions regarding sub-events circulating. So yeah, the update notice itself is greeting from the Summers team. Yeah, so key updates. Uh, as predicted, the 5-star Wind Monkey King banner is in game, and you can summon it by, or rather guarantee it by summoning 200 skulls. This was predicted several days ago, since while the Etna banner was happening, the Wind Monkey mileage was already visible here, and I even made a community post if you haven't seen it. So if you want to keep up on stuff like that, make sure to subscribe, as I do post in the community of some findings that I do. Yeah, so you can basically summon your Wind Monkey King. Whether he's good or not, wouldn't be able to advise it. He's sort of a PvP only monster, but after reading his skills, I myself wasn't a big fan of it. But that might be just because I don't try to focus on PvP too much and sort of try to go for PvE milestones myself. So if you do play PvP, definitely consider his skills, as he might be useful there. So yeah, the banner lasts until the 2nd of March, so you have around 2 weeks to summon him. Next up is the collection challenge season 4. I've already done a lot of the collections, as they didn't seem too hard. We do have a new reward here, which is for the equipment, and you do get 3000 Define Stones, which are, I'd say, a decent amount. That's probably what you would get from completing like 3 floors of Galagos and maybe stepping into the 4th floor, so the reward is definitely not bad. The quests themselves aren't too difficult, I think. I've only done one, but that's because I used my uh, tickets on completing the rune challenges first. The good thing about this challenge is that you actually get very decent those midway rewards as well, since you do get 50 yarn balls here, 25 here, so you can get 75 of these and 40 of these in total. And the quests themselves aren't too difficult. These two you can complete from Path of Growth alone. The later ones, the legendary, you might need to, for this one, go into Foggy or something, or worst case, you can opt out for crafting them via the blacksmithing menu. As you can see, yeah, you can get legendary weapons starting at level 5, so definitely won't be too difficult if you do have level 5 unlocked. And the rest, let us see. Yeah, so this one was level 2 awakening. So these drop from Mythos or the White Shadow Castle, already had plenty stocked up, so this was very easy to complete. So yeah, probably the hardest one you'll face is this one, but if you saved up some foggy weapons, you will definitely not have any trouble completing it. The Monster Piece challenge was pretty simple as well. It's just some 1, 2 stars, 3 stars, and 4 stars. I found that this one was hardest to complete, since I do use 3-star pieces a lot. But yeah, I don't think you will have trouble completing it if you do summon and keep your pieces. The rewards themselves are 12 mystical scrolls, so 2 here, 4 here, and 6 here, and the final is a legendary scroll. So you can see this one was completed pretty easily. The rune challenge, I think the first 2 you can complete from the Path of Growth alone. The rest you will need to power up a bit, but definitely do not shy away from doing it, as you do get 100,000 Sky Stones, which will more than make up for the costs required. And as a final reward, you get 6 legendary runes. And for the cooking challenge, I found that this one was probably the easiest of them all so far, as the ingredients definitely weren't too hard. I think this braised short ribs was the most expensive one and needed like level 4 or 5 cooking, but yeah, the rest of them definitely weren't too difficult, and a lot of the recipes were already unlocked. I think I needed only 2 new recipes to unlock. And the rewards are some rainbow ones, and the final one is the devil one. You can also opt out for buying the final products on the exchange center, as I found that the most expensive one was like only 3,000, and the rest of them were like 1 to 2,000 per item. So definitely not too expensive, it seems, compared to the last time when the prices were like up to 10 or 15k. So yeah, make sure to complete the collection challenge, as those do drop very decent rewards. There's also this new Dancing Rainbow Mon event, which I've seen some community members having trouble finding, but the reason they're having trouble finding is because this is a mobile only event, which means that I believe you cannot access the what's it called? Yeah, the rewards are only available on mobile, as you can see. So you can access it, but you will not be able to collect the rewards. At least that's from what I'm understanding, as some people are having trouble doing that on PC, but as I mainly play on mobile, I didn't have any trouble collecting them, and I already collected the first reward from the event. So if you are having trouble finding the rewards on PC, make sure to download the app on mobile. I'm not sure if there are still restrictions on downloading it, and you can only download from USA or Korea. Not Korea, rather USA and Canada. If you are having trouble downloading them for Android, I know that you can create a Google account with a region in US or Canada, and after logging in with a VPN to that country, you will find the program on the Play Store. I'm not sure what the process is for iTunes, as I don't use an Apple phone, but I think it's somewhat similar by just changing the regions. I'm not sure if VPN is needed for that. So yeah, the event itself is, I would say, too much of anything. Yeah, the rewards aren't too insane. I'd say the Restoration Stone is cool. The Sky Stone Mount's not too difficult. The Devil one is 4 stars, so definitely don't get excited there. I'd say for me, the best ones are probably the Raheel orders, because I'm just trying to maximize on the event that's happening with the Valentine candies, as you do get a lot of skulls there. After this event, which ends on the 1st of March, we will have a second event which starts on the 2nd of March, and this is basically just logging in to receive an increasing amount of gold, and in total it's like close to 2 million gold total. So definitely don't forget to collect that if you do manage to get the app on your phone in the meantime. After that, there is a guild request, so definitely nothing new there, just the regular 20 quests to complete over a week. I'm rushing mine, so I already have 8 completed, as remember, you can complete multiple requests even if you don't get the rewards. As you can see, I'm just trying to pick up these low tier requests to not disturb my guildies from actually completing their higher level quest as well. So if you can, try to pick for those tier B or tier C quests and leave the S tier and A tier for the people who are still getting the rewards, as they will be getting more rewards to not screw up your guildies. And yeah, the final reward will, of course, the rest are really nothing special. The main important reward is the 5-star Devilmon at the very end. And yeah, other than that, there's just some packages that are ending, some events that are ending. There's also a few more events that happen separately. So this one was created yesterday, I believe, and it is a Spot the Difference event. And the rewards you get from here are 10 heal orders and 2 brilliant gem boxes if you do get the correct answer. The first one is just for participants, but in most cases we do get the 1,000 participants. So yeah, I tried to count myself. I even used a website which checks for image differences, and I've seen that there are 4 in total. I think it was the heart, the little almond nut here, his eyes colors, as well as this little fingernail is a different color. It looks like the community also seems to agree that there are 4 differences. So if you don't want to count it themselves, I would recommend going for the answer 4. If you do want to do more research on that, make sure to check their forum page for the Spot the Difference 2 event. And yeah, there's also a new login reward that's starting from this week and goes until next week, and the rewards are pretty decent. I do like the inclusion of raid tickets, as there's one, two, three, four of them, yeah, and it will allow you to sort of stock up on the crafting materials or even the gear if you are still struggling with that. So definitely one of the better login events that we have so far. And yeah, I believe this is just the review of the rainbow event, but since I already covered it in game, I won't go into detail too much. But yeah, the rewards are listed here. I just wanted to list them in game, as seeing a visual of it will be a little bit easier. And yeah, other than that, it doesn't look like there's much else happening in the meantime. I do expect a little bit of a bigger update to drop by next week or the week after. And one last thing is, what I've seen circulating in the community is that there is now a new Summoners War Sky Arena event where you actually do get the ability to pre-register for the Summoners War Chronicles. And I've also seen a little bit of a marketing push in, I believe it was Thailand or Taiwan, meaning that we are either getting closer to a release in that region or a release globally. So make sure to keep out an eye for that, as yeah, the global release is something we've been dreading for, and it looks like step by step we're getting closer to it. And yeah, other than that, I think that I've covered that all there is for today, and I'll see you in the next one.